Hey guys, this is Miriam from The Skin Deep. I just want to talk to you very quickly about our Patreon page, just right here. We really believe in the work that we do, and if you do too, please consider supporting us on Patreon. Enjoy!
What are you worried could end our relationship?
Jealousy. And I don't think that I give you any reason to think that. There are times that whenever I make friends that are girls, you automatically assume that I'm attracted to them. And even though they might be attractive, that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to go out of my way and do anything with them. Because as I stated before, I have more invested on the inside than for me to go out and have one night of fun and ruin all of that for everything that I've built up.
Well, you know, I do, on the same thread, I do think that would be what would end our relationship. I think that, so, you know, I think it's cool how opposite we are, but I also am realistic in the fact that we are that opposite and that our interests are so different. I can't help be concerned in some ways when there is a girl who sort of looks similar to me physically, but does have all the tattoos and does listen to Alkaline Trio and does know every Blink-182 lyric or knows how to play all the, like, she can beat you at Excite Bike and whip your ass in Smash Brothers, and I can only go so far and invest time into learning how to do all these properly. But at the end of the day, it's like it does make me feel a little insecure, and I know that it's my thing. It's nothing you're giving me. You're not giving me anything that's telling me that I should feel that way. But I see them, and then I see, like, how could he not? Like, I think she's beautiful, and she does have the balls to cover her arms and sleeves. And she does have the balls to, like, get in the mosh pit and fucking get duked in the face and, like, comes out like, oh, bloody. Oh, you know, I can't do that because, like, you know, because I'm pristine. And I feel like there's gonna, like, my fear is really that there's gonna come a point where you'll be bored with this, when you know that people who are more attracted to things that you like exist.
Because of you, 5 years ago, I didn't know what I was doing with my life. You pretty much led me, opened up the doors to FIU, and showed me what I want to do. So I have you to thank for that. So for you to think that I'm ever going to get bored is ridiculous. Who loves who more in this relationship? Leela.
Leela. I don't know. I think it goes like this. When you love me the most is when I'm like, ah, and then when I love you the most, you're like, well, I don't know if that means anything, but that means something.
No, it's understandable when you're asking for hugs, and I just don't want to be held. Just don't want to be held at that time.
Well, I do.
I know.
If I want a hug, I want a hug. And I need the hug. What would you do if I cheated on you?
Any other situation, I would up and leave. Especially since we wouldn't be living together at that time, but I have way too much invested here. I would want to know exactly why it was that drove you to that. Because obviously, I did something wrong to not make you happy enough to go look elsewhere. So it's more that we would have to look at each other and try to fix this, because we have way too much for us to just throw it away. I can't just look at you like any other person out on the street.
That's a really surprising answer. I didn't think that's what you were gonna say. I think that if you cheated on me, I would be like, it would just stimulate the insecurities that I already have, and I would just be horrified. I don't know. I think that my instinct would be like the way that you are, like just fuck you, fuck this, and I'd break something and I'd cry for like 6 months. It would suck. I think it would hurt more, mostly because we are like engaged and we're supposed to have this life, and I don't know. Please don't. I won't. I won't do it if you don't do it. Well, I won't do it even if you did do it, but I, you know.
Why do you love me?
Oh. I love you because, above all, like, you mean so well. Like, your heart is more important. Like, your heart is bigger than you let people think it is. And from day one, I knew that. I'll never forget.
No, from date 2.
No, date 1. Like, I'll never forget sitting in front of you as I'm filling out job applications, and I remember sitting and you wearing the Super Mario shirt and telling me that you that you believed in being positive, and that, you know, what's the point in not seeing the world this way when there's so much other bad stuff, and it wasn't like what you said was like super out of this world. It was just the way that you said it, and the sincerity that you felt, and how outrageously different it was to hear from, because it wasn't what I was expecting when I went on a date with you. I really didn't think, okay, well, I'm gonna marry this tattooed dude who wanted to jump the bounce house. I thought, wow, like, yeah, maybe we'll fool around. But then when you started saying like, I want to do all this, and this is and this is how I feel about the world, and this is how I feel about me, and this is how I feel about my future, it took me back. Like, it took me aback, and it hasn't stopped taking me aback, because no matter how hard you think you are, you always put everyone else in front of you. You always put everything else in front of you. That's what I love. I love that inside you're probably one of the best humans I'll ever know. And I'm lucky because I'm going to marry you.
You pretty much complete me. I know a lot of people say that usually, but I can't mean it anymore. When I come home to you, it's pretty much, I finally get to relax and I'm happy. Any other part of the day before I see you isn't as great as when I see you. You give me a reason to come home. And you're my best friend.
Stop it. We're not watching up. This isn't allowed. Thank you.
Hey guys, if you want to have this kind of deep conversation and you enjoyed this video, you can bring the experience home with this card game. To learn more about it, you can visit her website, theskindeep.com/shop, and you can also click on this little tile, this little card right here. Thank you.